welcome back to Heartroot. This is Sty North, and we got a little video for you that I think you're going to enjoy. This time we're going to have a little fun. We're not going to take it quite as serious as we typically do. And what we're going to touch on is how to make a backpack when you don't have one. Here's my case in point. Years ago, I used to spend a lot of time up in the backcountry out west, and I loved to take off on my own, and sometimes I'd head out for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, with no other purpose than just go wander around in the backcountry. It's beautiful. Why not? Well, it seemed like it never failed. I'd get up there in the backcountry, and I'd come across something that I really wanted to bring home with me. Well, usually when I head out, I've got a pack, such as this. This one I use quite often. It's just a day pack. As you can see, it doesn't hold a lot. I strap my bedroll to it, and that's all I need, and off I go. Only problem is this is full when I take off, and it's easy to move around and take with me. But if I find something I want to bring home and it's large, I don't want to be carrying it under my arm. What if it's a lot of small things and I got nowhere to put it? I got no way to carry it. Well, I'm up in the backcountry one day, and all of a sudden I realized, well, I was up there, we call them conchas, but I'll look up the actual botanical name for it and let you know what it is in some other video or down in the comments. But this is a good example of one that I ran into today. This is an unusual one. It's got a piece of grass that grew right through it. But I collect these, and I do artwork on them. Okay? This is a small one. I rarely take them this small. The ones I take are about that big. And I'll find 4, 5, 6 of those sometimes when I'm out hiking about. But how do I get them home? I don't have an extra pack, and they won't fit in this one. So one day I come up with this idea. I know how to get them home. I think I had like 8 of these large fungus off these trees that I wanted to take home with me. So this is what I did. In my pack, I was out for a 3-day hike. In my pack, I carried some extra clothes. One of those items is an extra pair of pants. Now, mind you, I just watched a video, and please go check this fella out. Lonnie with Far North Bushcraft and Survival. Check his YouTube channel out. He did one on taking a pair of pants and making a camp chair. I thought it was pretty nice. It was pretty unique. Well, with that in mind, it reminded me that I had been up in the backcountry and out of necessity had to come up with a backpack. When I saw his video, it reminded me of what I did. And I thought, well, we're not talking about rocket science here. We're not talking about making a good long-term permanent backpack. We're talking about something that is going to meet the need in an immediate fashion without me having to leave something behind that I really want. So I've got this pair of pants. Now, what we do is we take this pair of pants, and the nice thing about it is cargo style pants are great because you got all these extra pockets, right? Now, if you got these cargo style and the pockets on the thighs, go down just below the thigh. I just happen to have, just imagine that, I just happen to have some cordage handy. Just below that pocket, take some cordage. Tie that up. Just tie that right below that thigh pocket. I'm just throwing a square knot in there. Just for demo purposes. You could be fancier with it. But this is just to get the idea across to you, what you can do. And what you can accomplish with just this pair of pants. Now to take that pair of pants, turn it around with the fly facing you, right? Or I take that back, flip them over, fly away from you. Makes it much easier. Now with these style pants, which is nice, because I won't need cordage, they've got ties in the ankles. Cinch those ties up, get those ankles nice and tight. Both sides. Cinch them up. These ties are pretty sturdy. Now take these pants, and you take your first belt loop from the fly and the next belt loop from that one. Take those two, put them together. You're going to take those ties from the ankle and you're going to pass them through those loops. Okay? I go through back to front and then take the other tie and go from front to back. And if you got to use cordage, tie the cordage around the ankle. Then do this. And then I just, for demo purposes, I'm just going to tie them like I'm tying a pair of shoes. And then you do the same on the opposite side. First loop from the fly. You're going to come through that. You're going to go through the second loop. Take the opposite tie, and you're going to go the opposite way. Go through the second loop, through the first loop, cinch it up, tie it up. Now, if you take a look at this, you see this opening here. I hope you can see this opening. That's quite a large opening. If it's not large enough, this is a button front. If you got a zipper front, it's even more convenient. You can unbutton that, make that pouch much bigger. Now you've got this big pouch. It's actually it's like two compartments going down to where you tied it off at the thighs. Okay? Now you've got pockets galore. You've got these two thigh pockets that you can stuff full of gear. You've got your two front pockets that are nice and deep that you can fill full of gear or whatever you're picking up. You can even put some things in the back pockets if you wish. But what you have, lo and behold, is quite the backpack. Check it out. Now this rump sack would ride right underneath it. Now I would fill that full of those fungus that I collected off the trees. I had 9 of those fungus in there. And I had my hands free. And I've got myself a nice backpack. What I did there was I took my nice clean pair out of my hiking pack, put those on, and I took the dirty pair I was wearing off and used that to put the fungus in. Makes sense, doesn't it? But as you can see, you've got yourself a very spacious, very comfortable. It's unbelievable how comfortable these leg straps are. So there you have it. An emergency backpack made out of a pair of pants. There's Stye's tip of the day. Thanks for joining us. Love to see you out at Camp Wilderness Thriving Fundamentals. And from Big Jim, Rory, and Stye, you all have a nice day. And we'll see you again.